Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu unserem Kurzfilmprogramm zum Black History Month. Schön, dass ihr alle eingeschaltet habt oder sogar den Weg bis vor Ort geschafft habt. Mein Name ist Laura und ich durfte gemeinsam mit dem St. Peter-Team die Filme für heute Abend raussuchen. Das Schöne an Kurzfilmen ist ja, dass wenn man wie wir ein Programm zu einem Thema macht, man in kürzester Zeit ganz viele verschiedene Genres zeigen kann und deshalb ganz viele verschiedene Eindrücke bekommt, wie man mit einem Thema umgehen kann. Deshalb haben wir versucht, so viele Stile wie möglich mit reinzunehmen, denn man kennt das ja, die eine Person liebt einen Film total und die andere hasst ihn. Deshalb hoffen wir, dass für jeden und für jede von euch etwas dabei ist. Und ja, egal welcher Film am Ende euch am meisten im Kopf bleibt oder am nächsten kam oder euch am meisten berührt hat, ich bin mir sicher, dass es das Bedürfnis geben wird, sich vielleicht auszutauschen über den einen oder anderen Film, vielleicht auch kritisch, vielleicht positiv. Das kommt natürlich ganz drauf an, aber dazu laden wir euch herzlich ein, auch nach der Veranstaltung hier oder vielleicht auch in eurem persönlichen Kreis. Alle Filme, die wir heute zeigen, die werden auf Englisch gezeigt, aber keine Angst, kein Shakespeare-Englisch, sondern ein relativ normales Colloquial English. Das liegt daran, dass die Filme, die wir zeigen, im englischsprachigen Raum entstanden sind. Das heißt in Kanada, USA und in der UK in unserem Fall. Und wir haben unter anderem diese Filme ausgesucht, weil es gar nicht so einfach ist, einen Film in Deutschland zu finden, der keine rassistische Darstellung zeigt von schwarzen Menschen, wenn schwarze Menschen gezeigt werden, oder es leider auch viel zu wenige Filme immer noch gibt von schwarzen Filmschaffenden. Und allein das ist ein Thema, über das man sich auf jeden Fall austauschen kann und muss. Wenn euch dieses Thema auch mehr interessiert und euch auch schon aufgefallen ist, dass in der deutschen Theater- und Filmkultur vielleicht schwarze Menschen falsch dargestellt sind oder sehr unterrepräsentiert sind. Es gibt total viele Artikel, die ihr im Internet finden könnt, unter anderem vom Fluter-Magazin. Oder aber ihr schaut mal nach dem Hashtag Meine Rolle im deutschen Film. Das ist ein ganz guter Einstieg, denn dort haben sich viele Menschen zusammengetan, die ihr vielleicht auch aus Film und Medien kennt und haben über ihre Erfahrungen in der deutschen Filmbranche gesprochen und was da alles noch so schief läuft. Uns war nämlich extrem wichtig, dass wir auch heute eben Filme von schwarzen Menschen zeigen, also Filme, die von schwarzen Menschen produziert sind, Regie geführt wurde oder die von denen geschrieben wurden. Und das ist bei uns der Fall. Und eine dieser Menschen, die Regisseurin Iburakwa Dawson Amor, die hat den Film Gold Token gemacht, den ihr gleich sehen werdet. Er vertritt eher das Kunstgenre jetzt unter den Filmen, aber wirklich ein ganz kurzer, knackiger, spannender, empowernder Film. Ihr seht, ich bin begeistert davon. Auf jeden Fall war sie bereit, auch ein Interview mit uns zu führen, wofür wir mega dankbar sind und uns auch darauf freuen, euch das zu zeigen. Aber lasst uns mit dem Programm starten. Vielen Dank nochmal für euer Interesse an diesem wichtigen Thema. Und um schon mal ins Englische reinzukommen, without further ado, Filme ab.
Sometimes you meet the love of your life. And sometimes that love betrays you.
Just got a little too complicated the more I thought about it. I don't know what Mr. Katashi would do to get you back if I tried to take you out of here. I can't be selfish. This is the finale of our tour. This gorgeous wonder was found on the beach near death 2 years ago. We've revived her to be better than ever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our tour this way to the gift shop.
Sometimes you meet the love of your life. And sometimes that love betrays you.
Just got a little too complicated the more I thought about it. I don't know what Mr. Katashi would do to get you back if I tried to take you out of here. I can't be selfish. This is the finale of our tour. This gorgeous wonder was found on the beach near death 2 years ago. We've revived her to be better than ever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our tour this way to the gift shop.
Can the mermaid get legs?
Yes, actually. But don't worry, she won't be walking away anytime soon. So you can come visit anytime you like in the next couple days before she moves to Japan.
Thank you.
Sometimes you meet the love of your life. And sometimes Sometimes you meet the love of your life. And sometimes that love betrays you.
Just got a little too complicated the more I thought about it. I don't know what Mr. Katashi would do to get you back if I tried to take you out of here. I can't be selfish. This is the finale of our tour. This gorgeous wonder was found on the beach near death 2 years ago. We've revived her to be better than ever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our tour this way to the gift shop.
Can the mermaid get legs?
Yes, actually. But don't worry, she won't be walking away anytime soon. So you can come visit anytime you like in the next couple of days before she moves to Japan.
Thank you.
How long?
A couple days. I didn't tell you because I can handle the situation.
We're to move her tomorrow. Did you really think that she would last the trip if she's nearly dead?
With all due respect, Mr. Katashi, I'm a trained marine biologist.
We need to pull her out and feed her.
This isn't gonna hurt her, is it?
It simply keeps her from moving.
Anya?
Take this off now, or you're next.
Okay. Okay.
Give me some clothes.
I'm sorry.
The small of my back is comprised of all the moments my ancestors said no. My dreams keep their memories alive. My eyes hold proof of their existence. I did not need to meet you to know that you make up the bones in my body, power in my tongue, music in my heart, silk in my skin. I did not need to meet you to understand that within my being is a piece of yours.
They don't see you, but they'll use you. They won't open their ears, but they love the sound of your pain, of your skin, of the sound. Go talking.
Where do the sunken bodies go in dreamland? Where do the drowned dreams play when the depths refuse to let them go? Where do the sunken bodies go in dreamland? Where do the drowned dreams hide when the bodies refuse to house them? Where are the foo-foo memories, the kente-colored businesswomen, the purple gum smiles, palm-oiled orchestras? Where do they hide? Where do they go? Where do they go? I did not need to meet you to know that you make up the bones in my back, power of my tongue. I did not need to meet you to know that you make up the bones in my back, power of my tongue. I did not need to meet you to know silk of my soul, my back, music of my soul, silk of my soul, silk of my skin. I did not need to meet you to know that you make up the bones in my back. I did not need to meet you to know that you make up the bones in my back. I did not need to meet you to know that you make up my stones in my back, silk of my power of my tongue. I did not need to meet you to know that you make up the bones in my back, to know that. I did not need to know that you make up the bones in my back. I did not need to meet you to know that you make up the bones in my back. The bones in my back, in my back, in my back, in my back. Power of my tongue, my tongue, my tongue, my tongue. Music of my soul, my soul, my soul, my soul. Silk of my skin, my skin, my skin. comprised of all the moments my ancestors said no. The creases in my lips hold their lifelines, romances, lullabies, pain. My eyes hold proof of their existence. My dreams keep their memories alive. I did not need to meet you to understand that within my being is a piece of yours.
They don't see you, but they'll use you. They won't open their ears, but they love the sound of your pain, of your skin, of the sound called talking.
Tired. Prove we exist. We don't have to control. Being black. Boy.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday. He said he wasn't coming.
Sorry, excuse me. Do you know where Cargill Avenue Street is?
Yeah, it's the first lift on the right. So as you go up there, you should see an Asda. Once you see your Asda, turn left, and then you should find your street.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
Are you from around here?
Yeah. Why?
You sound bare white.
Bare white. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Sounds bare white.
Anyways, Miss Ray put up not to pressure me today in school, you know.
Pressure who? You know she loves you all.
No, not even.
She's always talking about Cambridge and that, you know.
Bear talking to me like that.
Babe, have you done homework?
Louisa, come here.
What is she doing?
Not you, Jenny. Off you go.
What's the problem, sir?
The problem is, Louisa, is your hair. We've already talked about this in assembly last week. Doesn't match our school uniform. Look, if you want to be a member of this school, you have to abide by the rules and regulations.
You're condoning that behaviour, bro.
Bro, it's not that deep, bro. You're just moaning, fam.
Well, bro, come on, you can't
It's
blame
a girl,
me.
so...
You see when you're wearing jeans that tight?
Good, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on, man. Say the corner of the camera that the party is lit.
Hey.
Is there anything in the vehicle that shouldn't be?
No.
Okay, well, we've received reports of a car, similar description of this. Also of two gentlemen like yourselves.
What are you trying to say? What's the
description? is two men driving in this area in a car similar to this, Audi, tinted windows in the back, which is exactly so I just need to know where you've come from.
So by us telling you where we've come from, what does that prove?
Kola, favor of God shall surround you as you go in for this job interview. God bless you, eh?
Amen.
Hi, I'm here for an interview. What's your name? Rebecca Smith.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Rebecca Smith.
Oh no, please.
She's stupid.
Mom, it's just a film. Don't listen to him.
Is this how people are in real life?
No, Mom, that's debatable.
Is that something to see?
But the director must have got the idea from somewhere.
Okay. But don't you think this is how people act back at home?
Oh? No. We were much harder to get.
Oh!
Please!
Mom, is
Look at
that you?
how I made your father work hard.
Oh no, come and get your mom.
Sure, Mom.
Please!
I don't know.
A fine lady like me, of course.
You would never lack the love of a son.
Oh my gosh.
This, I promise you with my life. Chief Amorebe.
What's up, man?
Make sure.
Lower the TV.
That's your highness, please.
Hey, Mr. Hagel. Yes, it is James here. About the shift tomorrow? Of course, yes, I'll be there. Oh, there's a change of word. Okay, I know that word.
Yeah, I know. Have you done your makeup? How much have you done? No, the straighteners. Got my earbuds clean. Yeah. How much makeup have you got? Okay. Are you wearing lashes?
That tune is cold, my guy.
Jeez, me. Hey, listen though. Remember we put you on before you start running and took your little bridges
now
away,
that
though.
cold. After man's punched you on bare things.
And so you can't deny this thing, G.
One tune and you're getting happy like this. Joke, man. Hey, bro,
Bang
don't
up.
be getting my car messy, bro.
What do you mean? Well, your car's been messy before I stepped in there, bro.
Oh, bro, don't be telling lies, fam. Hey, Ray, I can't lie. This tune is cold,
So you
fam.
feeling it, yeah?
Yeah. You know what I'm this one.
Come on, my guy. I got you.
Let me play you something real quick. Bro, the way I'm playing this thing's dumb, yeah?
What, you sure I ain't heard it before, Carl? You know, I've been hearing all the new tunes before they come out.
Being black is having to fight just to be treated equally. We have protested, petitioned with so much variety, taken so many stands against an unjust society, and it takes its toll. Physically, true, mentally too. Seeing another black person suffer can feel like it's meant to be you. But enough has always been enough. I mean, it's so unbalanced. You ignore our cries, but take our culture and talent. You take our style, our highs, our joy, our lives.
Get out of here! Get out! What are you doing? Get out!
Watch us as we draw the line, because enough is enough. I mean, being black is beautiful. It's sweeter than honey. In all its ways, shapes and forms, being black is damn funny. We are loud.
Who's that guy that will go to the party and like
Calm. Broken. Fixed. And don't have to conform to standards of whiteness to prove we exist. I mean, look around you. The black girl magic is evident. The black boy joy is prevalent. We don't need nobody to tell us that in us is excellence. Look at us in our element.
Whereas this is like, this is your baby. Do you know what I mean? This is literally your... Exactly. This is...
Another day.
And this is just one small snapshot into a bigger picture with a frame that won't shutter. Point blank period. Black lives matter.
Being black is having to smile at a white lady to show you're not aggressive.
Being black is being afraid to express your feelings because you're afraid it's going to
Being
be
black
too
is because
dangerous.
you are from
Being
black.
black
Black isn't
is
part of
hearing
the
your
school.
mum on a
British
British
accent
accent to conform to her work colleagues.
Because you're afraid to be put out.
Now I have to think of my work, I have to think of you guys, I have to think of mom, I have to think of just everything. When I was your age.
What you know about the broken code? Everybody tryna get this door. Man, it's too my air in the dunya. We all grew up in broken homes. Where I'm from, everybody tryna make it. Where I'm from, man, it's police taping. Bloodshed got a man all shaking. It's mad, the government's failing.
What you know about the broken code? I've been down, I've been broken cold. When I mention the place that I come from, they cover face like broken nose. I was confused. I grew up, I'm a different dude. Out here trying to use my head these days, some dudes ain't found shampoo. I've been around, I know them dudes. Ain't been out since lockdown 2. But it's been tough cause mum lost work, so they had to move quick cause dad might too. Grew up in a dumb estate. Thank God I had a high IQ. I was down in the dirt like grave. These days nobody had to pay my dues.
What you know about the broken code? Everybody tryna get this door. Man, it's too my air in the dunya. We all grew up in broken homes. Where I'm from, everybody tryna make it. Where I'm from, man, it's police taping. Bloodshed.
When I was in elementary school, there were no black writers or white writers whom I could regard as models. I did not agree at all with the moral predicament of Huckleberry Finn concerning Nigger Jim. It was not, after all, a question about whether I should be sold back into slavery.
You inspire me so much. Now, I know that life hasn't dealt you a fair hand, and maybe you haven't had some of the advantages of some of your peers, but despite your situation, you still come to school every day with a smile on your face, ready to learn. I want your mama to be proud of you. And I am going to do whatever it takes to mold you into a leader, because the top schools in America would benefit from having people like you. And I truly believe that a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
son. No, tell me. I'm curious.
What did you do?
I don't know. Let's all take out our books. I hope everyone finished chapter 1 at home. Today we're going to start on chapter 2, page 5. Sarah, start us off, please.
We went tiptoeing along a path amongst the trees, back towards the end of the widow's garden, stooping down so as the branches wouldn't scrape our heads. When we was passing by the kitchen, I fell over a root and made a noise. We crouched down and laid still.
Sarah, perfect. Charles, continue.
Miss Watson's big nigger, named Jim.
Thank you, Charles. Next time, speak up so we can all hear you. Jesse, pick up where Charles left off.
Was sitting in the kitchen door. We could see him pretty clearly because there was a light behind him. He got up and stretched his neck out about a minute, listening. Then he says, "Who dat?"
Class, settle. Let's continue to page 6, last paragraph. Joseph, start us off on the next to last paragraph, please.
Jim was monstrous proud about it, and he got so he wouldn't hardly notice.
Charles?
The other niggers.
Continue, Charles.
Niggers.
Stop. Kate?
In that country.
Pardon the interruption, students. This is Principal Finn. Janitor Jim, please report to the multi-purpose room to begin cleaning up for the teacher's lunch.
Despite your situation, still come to school every day with a smile on your face. Despite your situation, still come to school every day with a smile on your face. Okay. Charles, finish us out.
Actually, nah, I'm not gonna read this.
What? Okay, well, thank you, Charles. I think that's enough Huckleberry Finn for today. Everyone take out your composition books for your writing assignment. Charles, I am so proud of you. You're very articulate. You read very well. You're gonna do great things.
All the blues ain't nothing, no, the blues ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad. Oh, the blues ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad. And that's the feeling that I have often had. You can call the blues, you can call the blues any old thing you please. You can call the blues any old thing you please.
taller. She's taller. But look who's taller now. Oh yeah? What about now? What are you guys doing? Ahan's probably taller than you. Turn around. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Close, but I'm still the tallest. Your hair's so funny. It's like a sponge.
Okay, girls, time for class. I want to see everyone ready in first positions at the bar, please. So don't forget, photo shoot is Sunday. Call time is 9 a.m. sharp. I said first positions, everybody, please. Please. Girls, quiet. Quiet. Daisy, first position. Yeah. And we'll start with the plie exercises. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I was thinking, maybe you're getting old enough now to come to the hairdresser with me. We can get your hair straightened so you can look all nice and pretty for the shoot on Sunday. What do you say?
Really?
Kind of able to buy the gas on top of me. You have to let me know when it starts burning, okay?
Nashtali, por favor, querida. Ven. Mira, es su primera vez.
Así.
Ok, entonces tiene que cuidarlo, por favor, porque tengo que ir al cajero ahora. Por favor,
Sí,
ok,
está bien.
cuento contigo.
You okay, honey? You have to tell us the minute you feel like your head is getting hot, okay?
If I wait too long, is my hair gonna burn?
No, honey, no.
allá en Brasil. La nariz se la hizo. Ridículo. Peor que Nicki Minaj. El culo. Peor que Nicki Minaj. Peor. ¿Qué pasó? Debe tener un culo ese. Charlie.
You're making a mess.
It's pretty.
Do you like it? It's beautiful. You look like a completely different person. I like it behind your ear like that. It was pretty. Yeah. You're all ready for your shoot tomorrow.
Your hair is different. It looks nice.
A little bit straighter.
Thank you. Let's go outside. But we haven't taken our pictures yet. Just while you wait. Right there. Come on. Snow. But it's so much fun. I can't. Stop being a baby. What? Are you afraid you're gonna melt cookie made out of chocolate? Come on. You don't have to stay.
Smile.
So, how'd it go?
My name is Arekwa Dawson Emwa, and I am a filmmaker and writer based in New York City. I decided to become a director pretty early on because I was in love with storytelling and writing and the arts since I was very young, but I realized that the people who were telling stories usually didn't look like me, and the stories that were being told usually didn't represent my community. Since I was in love with storytelling and in love with writing, I started to gain attraction into directing and decided that I wanted to pursue that route so that one day I could be able to put people of color on the big screen and tell authentic stories that meant a lot to me. I don't think I would say that there's one movie that inspired me during my journey. I think that I've seen so many movies every year, every month that just continue to inspire me. There's just so many talented directors and storytellers out there that just continue to make me love what I do. But if I were to choose one movie that inspired me, it would be Jordan Peele's Get Out. I know that was much later on in my life, but when that film came out, I saw it in theaters. And if anyone saw that film in theaters when it came out, you could hear the reactions from the audience. You could hear people gasping and like holding their breath and getting really excited and really invested into the story. And it was also a story that we hadn't seen on the big screen basically ever. The way that he was able to tie in such serious topics and make it entertaining, make it scary, make it really strike a chord with audience members is something that I'm never going to forget. So I think that if you have not seen Get Out, first of all, what are you doing? You should definitely go see it now. And if you have seen Get Out, I'm sure you can resonate with my feelings of that being one of the greatest movies to ever come out. I wrote Gold Token in 2020 following Blackout Tuesday, which was a day on social media where everyone went on and posted a black box. And this day followed the shootings of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor. There was a string of police brutality and of race-based violence that was occurring in 2020. And Blackout Tuesday was a social media effort to kind of shine light on that. But for me, watching it, it just really struck a chord and really made me angry. As simple as it sounds, like it made me really angry because in 2020, unfortunately, a lot of people thought that those were the first times that race violence was occurring in America. Everyone was home, everyone was in isolation, and so everyone was hyper-focused on their social media devices. So when it came out that Ahmaud Arbery was shot, when it came out that Breonna Taylor was shot, everyone was going to social media and posting, and everyone was becoming an activist all of a sudden, even though that these atrocities have been happening for years, and Black people have been trying to say this has been happening for years. And so for me, Blackout Tuesday kind of felt like faux activism. It was like everyone wanted to post something so that they can go back to normal. Something I noticed right after Blackout Tuesday is that people stopped posting about Black Lives Matter. It was this moment of reset almost. Everyone posted a black box and then they were able to get back to normal. So I was really angry, and I went to my desk and I just started to write out different ideas, different thoughts that I was having at the time, kind of like just like a self-therapy session to try to make sense of what was going on and try to make sense of my frustration at the time. And so I ended up writing a poem called Gold Token, which I realized sounded a little bit more like a song. And so I developed it into a song, and that's the song in the Gold Token film. And originally Gold Token was just supposed to be a music video, but when we got on set and we started shooting, I realized that it was supposed to be a little bit more than that. And so that's when I wrote the other poems. So I wrote the ancestor poem, I wrote the name poem, and I combined all these different elements to really link in these social injustices that were happening and try to fashion it in a way that made sense to me and that still captured how I portray my art and also how I make sense of the things that are going on around me. So Gold Token was inspired by the events of 2020 and the dealing of race violence in America. Oh, I love this question. Movement is one of the most important things to me when it comes to filmmaking. I love using dance. I love using the body in my films, just because I don't think we realize how loud our bodies can be. And I'm not a dancer by any stretch of the imagination, but dance is something that I use in a lot of my films, just because I feel like it's one of the most cinematically aesthetic but also powerful mediums that you can use to show anger, to show joy, to show fear, to show concern in a way that you're not using verbally or using through sound or through music. And so to me, music is almost as important as my scripts. It's almost as important as the camera we're using. It's as important as the lighting. It's as important as the costumes. Movement is really the thing that exits the screen and captures the viewer. I try to be really intentional with the choreography that I use in my films, and if I'm working with a choreographer, making sure that they understand what I'm trying to get to in the scene, so that the dancers aren't just doing movements to do them or because they look pretty, but because it's capturing a specific moment, capturing a specific feeling. So yeah, music is very intentional in my work, and not something that I see myself stopping in any of my films, really. So the line, "they don't see you, but they'll use you," is a direct critique of how I felt and feel a lot of non-Black people use the Black experience to advance either their brand or their person. I felt a lot of people were using the Black experience to show that they were progressive or show that they were woke and show that they cared about us, and then just as quickly went back to whatever it was that they were doing before they started talking about the Black experience. So "they don't see you" means that they don't actually see the full extent of our experiences and what they're going for, what we're going through. They don't actually stick around to hear us out. But they'll use us, they'll use our stories, they'll use our names, they'll use our likeness to post in their windows and say Black Lives Matter, to post on their timelines and say Blackout Tuesday. So they don't actually see us, but they'll continue to use us as much as they see fit and as much as makes them look good. So that's what that line meant. And a piece of advice I can give to white people or non-Black people who are trying to break into activism is to not look at us as your teachers. Like, we understand what our experience is. For you to understand, you need to do the work. You need to do the research. You can't just go to one Black person and say, okay, spill it. Let me know exactly what I need to do to be a good activist. You actually have to put in the time, read up on how bad these situations have been. Figure out exactly what we're talking about without making us have to do that work for you. So I think the biggest piece of advice that I could give is if you're gonna show up, stay there. Don't just go to a march and take a photo and go home. If you're going to a march, understand what that march is for, understand why you're marching, and actually feel that. Continue to do that. Keep showing up. Continue to show up. Tell your friends about it. You don't need to tell Black people how bad Black people have been treated. We know. We know. So tell other people who aren't part of our community. Educate other people. Educate your families. Educate your friends. Educate the people that you don't think want to know about race, because they should know about race. So I think that would be my biggest advice. If you're going to show up, stay there. And if you're not going to show up, don't. But also don't use our stories and our situations to amplify your own.